I never thought one single message could change my entire perspective on life, but that's exactly what happened one ordinary spring afternoon. My name is Sarah Miller, and this is the story of how a secret invitation from my best friend Emily ended up teaching me the biggest lessons about friendship, trust, and the choices that shape who we are. Emily and I had been best friends since middle school. We met in 8th grade when my family moved from Ohio to North Carolina. I was shy, awkward, and desperate to find my place in a new school. Emily, with her bright red hair, easy laugh, and fearless confidence, was the complete opposite of me. She marched right up to me in the cafeteria, plopped down at my table, and said, "You look like you need a friend." And just like that, we became inseparable. Over the years, our bond grew stronger. We did everything together, studied, shopped, cried over silly crushes, and celebrated milestones. If I was the cautious one, Emily was the adventurous one. Where I hesitated, she leapt. Where I worried, she thrived. She always said I kept her grounded, while she pushed me out of my comfort zone. By the time we were in our mid-20s, life had taken us on different paths. I had landed a steady job as a marketing assistant in a small firm, while Emily pursued her dream of becoming a freelance event planner. Her schedule was unpredictable, full of last-minute projects and chaotic deadlines, but she loved it. Even though we saw each other less often, our friendship still felt unshakable. That's why her message that Tuesday afternoon caught me completely off guard. "Hey, Sarah. I need you tonight. Meet me at 7 p.m. sharp. Dress nice. Don't ask questions. Just trust me." I stared at my phone for a long time, rereading the text. My first instinct was suspicion. Emily was known for surprises, but this felt different. The words "don't ask questions" made me uneasy. Was she in trouble? Was this a game? I called her, but she didn't answer. Instead, she sent me a follow-up, "Please. It's important." Against my better judgment, I agreed. At exactly 7 p.m., I pulled up to the address she had texted me. It wasn't a restaurant, or a club, or anything I expected. It was an old community center tucked away behind a park. My heart raced as I stepped out of the car, smoothed my skirt, and walked toward the entrance. Emily was waiting by the door, looking more nervous than I had ever seen her. Her usual bright confidence was replaced with a shaky smile. "You came," she whispered, pulling me into a hug. "Of course I came," I said, searching her face. "But Emily, what is going on?" Instead of answering, she led me inside. The room was dimly lit, filled with a dozen or so people sitting in folding chairs arranged in a circle. They all turned as we walked in. I froze. Emily squeezed my hand. "Sarah, this is my support group." I blinked. "Support group? For what?" She took a deep breath. "For anxiety. For everything I've been hiding." I was stunned into silence. Emily, the fearless, bold, unstoppable Emily, was struggling with something I had never even suspected. She had always seemed so strong, so in control. We sat down, and as the meeting began, I listened as people opened up about their battles with anxiety, stress, and self-doubt. When it was Emily's turn to share, her voice trembled. She spoke about sleepless nights, the crushing pressure of her career, and the loneliness she often felt despite being surrounded by people. Tears filled my eyes. All those times she had pushed me to be brave, she had secretly been fighting her own battles. When the meeting ended, she looked at me with watery eyes. "I invited you because I didn't want to hide anymore. You're my best friend, Sarah. I need you to see the real me." I hugged her tightly. "You never have to hide from me. Not ever." That night changed everything. I realized that friendship isn't just about laughing together during the good times, it's about standing shoulder to shoulder during the hard times, too. Emily had trusted me with her truth, and it made our bond stronger than ever. Over the following months, I started attending more meetings with her, not because I needed the group, but because she needed my support. And, to my surprise, I learned a lot about myself, too. I learned that it was okay to admit when life felt heavy. I learned that being the strong one doesn't mean pretending you don't struggle. Emily's secret invitation opened my eyes to a world of honesty, vulnerability, and compassion. It reminded me that friendship isn't about pretending everything is perfect, it's about showing up for each other, even when things are messy. Looking back now, I'm grateful she trusted me enough to let me in. Because that night didn't just change her life, it changed mine, too. And that's the beauty of friendship. Sometimes, when you accept someone else's truth, you discover your own.